because we will take a look at a game of Julian and Piotrek. Julian was playing black and Piotrek was playing white. And the game starts with an interesting situation. Black doesn't add a move on the bottom, and white has time to kick and split. Usually we would split, we would pincel black stones. But white is afraid that then black goes from the other side, then the shape is nice, the stone of white becomes weaker. And then white thinks that, oh, here is a weak point of that black shape. But then black gets a perfect extension from the two stones. So I am not sure if this is the correct choice. My top choice would be probably to play here, somehow in the middle. But I don't know. Probably all these options are completely fine. White jumps out, black kicks. This is a bit unusual. I mean, I think it's fine, but usually if we want to kick, then we kick there first and then we kick here. What is the reasoning behind this? I believe that the main reasoning between that order of kicking is, first of all, if we kick in the other order, so if we now want to kick here, then white has not such a big motivation to answer as he had before we kicked there. Because you see, if now white plays elsewhere, black adds a move, then this kick becomes a very bad exchange for black because it strengthens a group which is anyway super strong because of that tiger's mouth, and white gets a strength on the outside. So white will have a smaller motivation, lower motivation to answer to the other kick. And on the other hand, if black does not kick, then it might be painful for black if white goes into the corner. As usually, if there are no other stones, no these stones, then black's normal continuation would be to take the corner. But then these stones of black, and especially the kicking stone, become pretty badly placed. Especially the kick, which just adds maybe a dead stone and gives white a move on the outside. Hello, Ramboroki. We are all on the. You are also on Discord, so good. We are all here. So I think this is a pain black is afraid of. Black would probably answer with an extension, but then almost always, if white can get such two exchanges, white is satisfied with what happened, and white doesn't need to continue. White already gained, as black's corner will never be as big as after a kick. In the game, black plays a shoulder hit, and white answered this way, which I don't really like because it gives black stones on the outside. It strengthens white, but wasn't it better to play in the way I have just talked about? This and then that. If black answers like this, I think we are happy to split black or to just answer normally. Maybe we are afraid of black's counter Atari though. Is connection an option? I know it's ugly, but maybe not too bad. Still, we managed to reduce black's corner in center. I think it might be worth it. Okay, in the game we have another idea. White gets stronger, black gets the outside, white manages to get the first move on the outside. Black invades in the corner because black doesn't really know what to do with this group. So black decides, okay, so I will do something else close by. But this is a pretty risky choice, as this answer of white, e2, should be always the first intuition after black's Sansan. It is most often the best way of answering, to go down, because it puts pressure on the group on the other side, and it also puts pressure on the Sansan stone. And now the pressure on the other side is especially painful, as white has so many stones there. And yeah, Julian's group might get under pressure. So instead of playing all of this, if I was black, I would just answer normally. Maybe that move, but You know, maybe this Ikentobi, even though it looks so slow, maybe it is a better shape. Like, first of all, it is much more like an I shape. Also, it doesn't leave a weak point. And also, you know, I have talked about that two Ikentobi shape in the first commentary today. That it has that weakness, and that weakness is not really useful by itself. But when black gets an Ikentobi, then this Ikentobi helps a lot, and maybe the cut will actually be a problem for white one day. Who knows? Black plays on the other side. White should just extend. Black is forced to make life, not on a hugest scale. Okay, on a nice scale, but still. Oh wait, in fact, this connection of white is center, right? Or let's say this. If black doesn't answer, then black still dies. So black will get really thin on the outside. Instead, white blocks, and this is a bad thinking, because that shape we get when black attaches and goes san, and then we get cut. But here we got a chance from the fate, szansa od losu. We got that we can run away from that variation, and we can just strengthen our shape. But instead we still go into the cut variation, and then it's very painful for white, and we can just see how Julian continued skillfully. White is trying to cut black before playing in the corner, but then white realizes that in the corner the best white can get is a ko. White plays this as a ko threat, and black didn't realize it, but now black can actually capture white. Okay, it's a ko, but now white doesn't have ko threats anymore. This is probably the biggest ko threat, or maybe that one, but black is just happy to capture. So white doesn't have a good answer to this move. But black missed it, black just connected on the outside, and still I think black is happy with everything, with how the game develops. This peep is super powerful. If I was white, I would certainly rather run with these stones and give black Ponuki, as anyway the Ponuki that is not that painful. You know, like Ponuki is usually a shape made of 5 stones, 4 capturing stones and 1 stone which is captured. But here we have some unwanted guests, some nieproszeni goście, like this stone, which is just making an empty triangle out of a Ponuki. That stone also kind of heavy, so it's not that effective, not a really effective shape for black. White answered, so black got a chance to attack white's group, but then it doesn't look so great. What went wrong here? Couldn't we go like this? I don't know. Black tried to play more powerfully, but then the only thing black got is a 4th line territory, and white got very strong on the outside. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's really not worth it. I think it might be even better to now give white the 1 stone and keep white thin. Keep white thin. Like this, black got a few points, but white got so strong. Usually, this move is Joseki. I learned it one day and I didn't understand it. The thing is, black will live, and then we will be left with a very weak point. So perhaps we have to add a move. Perhaps we have to add a move. And if we have to add a move, it's better to add it now. As if black continues now, like this, white will not continue here, white will tenuki. And if black doesn't, then well, black might also not continue, but then the group is in trouble. Oh wait, how to play? Like this we can kill it locally, right? Like this we kill it locally. Okay, so black managed to peep and then took. I think it's normal to turn. White tries to be more efficient. Peep, okay. Of course, white doesn't care about this one stone because black is already alive in the corner. So Piotrek attaches on the outside instead. Then the agi is being activated. But in the end, black doesn't get much out of all of it. Black lost this and got just one stone next to a group which was already alive. So this is a success for white. In fact, a big success. I would say, I would call it a big success for white. What to do instead? Jump out, I guess. Big move. Or don't care about all of it at all. This is just nice for white. Here black starts a fight. Maybe here, at least here, black will get something. Oh, in fact, black got. Why didn't white answer to black's scoff threat? Black takes, white's at the move, and then white cuts. This is what white was afraid of. So black got really a lot in this fight. Did white make a mistake? Was it needed to delete the ladder agi? Anyway, it was not that important to go out with this stone. I think it was more important what is happening with the group in the center. On the bottom in the center. Here white was under pressure. Okay, white ignored, so this is why white got into trouble. So here white should of course answer if there is a threat of a con. Black gained really a lot in the con. This is a way to kill, yes. White got into a deep trouble. The group is close to dying. But no, in the end, white managed to capture black. So I thought like, well, white is trying nice stuff here. Black's most obvious move would be to go up and give white that one stone. Maybe black counted points that is not enough. So black went for a very, very brave variation. Here we would love to be able to go out with the stone. I don't know. I don't see a direct counter of white. So I don't know why not do this. This is potentially much stronger than the game variation. At least, and like, because also white has an option to just connect back. So I don't know why to not go out with the stone. Now the only chance of black maybe was to kill white's group, as white had already a lot on the left side. So in this game in general, it all started good for black, but black missed this one Tesuji, just this option of killing white. Then still it was nice for black, but here black didn't play well in the fight. And then on the left also black didn't gain almost anything. Black got a few points from a group which was already alive. That was a big failure. Then black got back to the game by capturing 3 white stones, but what is exactly the score, we would need to look closer at all of it. And then was there a chance to kill the group of white? Was there? Difficult to say, of course. This would be my first intuition, how this group might possibly die. maybe white could die then. But in the game, white managed to find a way out and live. Okay, congratulations to Piotrek for that win. If there are questions, then please ask. And if not, then we will move on. By the way, like I am taking now the games from the Iglo website. So I think that not all of the games are uploaded there immediately. I don't know how it works. If you can add it there, or you need to ask the manager, admin, Tomek, for doing it. So maybe I don't have all the games which I could have right now, but anyway, we have 9 games, so probably anyway we won't manage to add all. Aha, players add manually. Okay, I see. Okay, we will move on, and we will go back to Polish now.